March 1999. On a rainy night in the skies over the former Yugoslavia, Serbian forces shocked the world by shooting down a plane many thought was invisible, the U.S. F-117 Nighthawk stealth fighter.
I immediately thought, they got me.
The product of years of secret research and development, the F-117 was designed to remain hidden from radar, an aircraft so difficult to detect that it seemed invincible. A craft known to its pilot simply as the Black Jet. The man who piloted the Nighthawk stealth fighter that night was Lieutenant Colonel Dale Zelko, call sign Vega 3-1, an unwilling participant in aviation history. But to understand how stealth technology failed, it is first necessary to know how the technology of being invisible really works, what it is and isn't, what protection it offers now, and what it may offer in the future.
Genius, like a divine spark, breathes magic into the body of man. It is elusive, impossible, indefinable. We cannot make it or measure it, but we recognize its glimmer in so many facets of humanity.
Don't all of us have that flash of genius in us, but we just maybe ignore it?
Perhaps the true measure of genius is not the gift bestowed at birth, but rather the journey it launches. We celebrate the genius whose gift compels him down a road of honor and stare abjectly at those who choose a more sinister route through life. Some paths lead to glory, brilliance, and fame. Others to disrespect, regret, even oblivion. As we explore the journey of genius, we'll see that the road is rarely easy, even for those with superhuman intelligence. Some of the greatest minds in history began their journey stumbling behind the rest of the pack. For others, it's a fast break. The journey can be an uphill climb, fueled by a stubborn conviction. Those who take this less traveled road may pay heavy tolls in pursuit of their dreams.
You need to know the 7 basic principles of magic.
But great genius is sometimes born out of a playful romp through life. Given a free range, genius will flourish in ways that almost seem miraculous, and frequently forces its bearers off the beaten path. Time will vindicate some of these loners, while others are banished to the no man's land of kookdom. Genius can leave beauty in its wake, mesmerize us with illusion, or horrify us with its legacies. Where will these paths lead in the future? Will artificial intelligence transcend the limits of the flesh and pioneer a new realm of greatness? Or will that coveted human gift remain an enigmatic flicker of magic?
Looks simple, doesn't it?
We will stand in awe of golden accomplishments, marvel at daunting challenges, and probe the depths of humanity's greatness, all ahead as we explore the mystery of genius.
(1957), deep in the Arkhangelsk region of northern Russia. In a sparsely populated area with a treacherous, inhospitable landscape, the Soviets were hiding a secret from the world. A secret so well protected that even the local inhabitants didn't know what was going on. Convoys of transport vehicles closed roads. By day, silent armies moved in. By night, the skies rumbled and flashed. The farmers who lived nearby whispered amongst themselves about the bizarre swirl of activities. But they knew better than to ask what was happening to their once humble community. The Cold War was as icy and dangerous as the rugged homeland that had once been theirs alone. And people who probed into its secrets often disappeared. The secret that the Soviets kept so well hidden in northern Russia was not a new rocket or a deadly missile. It was much bigger. Long hidden from view, the Soviets' most tightly held space secrets can now be revealed. It is a history closer to science fiction than we could have ever imagined. Now, we can finally explore the true stories of killer satellites, invisible cities, and spies in the sky as we peer into the never-before-seen world of secret space.
The body of a stiff, lifeless woman was wheeled into the frigid purgatory of a hospital morgue. Plans for her funeral were underway. Her grave awaited. The only problem was the corpse had come back to life. For hundreds of years, physicians have been trying to draw a clear line between life and death. But with every medical advance, the borders seem to change, leaving an ill-fated few lost without a map. Trapped in a state of living death, these unlucky souls found their lives turned into a living hell. Some have returned to tell their stories. Countless others never made it back.
The story of our struggle to leave the ground and stay there is embodied in the machines that carried us. It is the story of reckless daredevils and eccentric geniuses, of gleaming metal and graceful curves. From crazy contraptions, so improbable they make us want to laugh, to soaring sculpture of awesome power. With every advance in our mastery of flight, one institution has made it a mission to collect and preserve our accomplishments. From a plane that inspired millions.
You know, it makes you feel proud to be human.
To the suits that kept us alive in the vacuum of space.
These things kept people alive. They're the smallest spacecraft of all.
Armstrong scoops up a small sample of lunar dust and rock.
From the smallest to the largest, the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum has amassed 100 years of aviation innovation and accomplishment, a collection that fills the world's most visited museum on the National Mall in Washington, and is starting to do the same in its newest structure, one so big it can display the first jumbo jet and the first space shuttle and still have room for much more. The story of this collection is nothing less than the ongoing story of our conquest of air and space. That story and the objects that are its legacy take new flight in a place known simply as America's hangar.
Which has had such a tremendous impact on the war against Japan.
We'll go behind the scenes and open the door to tricks, to training, to the principles behind the magic, and to the talented magicians and their animals who make it all come alive. Along the way, you'll meet Joseph Gabriel and his talented parrots, the great Tom Sony, a personal hero of mine and a master of dove work, Steve and Maria August, who never met a reptile they didn't like, and Rick Thomas, the man who tames tigers. Of course, you'll see me work too, and you'll get to meet my special guest, Jim Steinmeier, one of the best-kept secrets in magic. Jim literally designs the illusions that magicians like me use on stage. Together, we're going to share as much as we can without jeopardizing the magician's code. Hey, look, I don't want to get into trouble, but I'll try to take you right up to that line and help you unravel more of the secrets of animal magic for yourself.
But not everyone believes bigger and faster is better. Another breed of designers, home builders, and pilots went in the other direction by creating and flying the world's smallest planes. And some of what they have come up with is nothing short of mind-boggling.